Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to the Crust. All right, last episode we were pretty much well working on the moon here and trying to investigate all the little different places and stuff. We got this guy going to deliver a contract. He's doing pretty good on that, and he's almost halfway there. And then we're gonna send this one over here to check out the demolished structure. And at one point or another, I want to go check out those rovers. Apparently, we can buy rovers. I want to see this. So if we go to Crust Solutions, we go Vehicles, Cargo Truck, 190K. You know what, man? I totally think that is worth it. Purchase, yes. We just bought ourselves a second cargo truck. That thing's gonna come in here. Cargo pod ready. Already? Jeez, man, that was quick. Now talk about delivery. I wish I get the shit delivered that fast to me. That would be great. Amazing. So that means we're gonna be able to start sending things off to like multiple places. I'm excited for that because that's what we need. We need to start like, getting things going here. All right, so let's go back to the to here and research outpost. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one we want to find out what happened to our buddy Robert, right? I think this is the one. So let's go here. Let's send our rover. You're the one that's sitting at home. Oh, Colossus. Nice name. Good stuff. All right. Fill that out. Pop that in. No, I don't. You know what? I don't think that's the right one. You know what? I don't think that's the right one. Yeah, it's this one right here. Let's set up an expedition to this one right here. Da, 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 da. Bill. Yeah, that's the one. Send. Yeah, I was almost gonna send it to the wrong place there, but I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. Evermoon surveillance stations. These people pretty much will locked the other ones out from what we understand, and we're gonna go and find out why they let the people from that other station die, which is unfortunate because they didn't seem like bad people. All right, so let's continue on with the show, man. All right. In the crater lies a vast storage structure comprised of multiple segmented modules. Emergency vehicles are scattered around the area. A sign by the entrance identifies as reserve warehouse, whatever, and a Crust logo makes it clear who the owner is. The facility is designed for emergency use and houses a large quantity of steel, smart concrete, and module frames. Yeah. Oh, well, that's too bad. I guess I can't use it, but I get science for. All right, I guess that's not too bad. Oh, I do. Haha, we can go raid it. That's cool. Well, we can send the rover there. Got another thing for the rover to do. My God, he's got so much to do. All right. I guess we'll send you down to here. Oh, I should right click on it. Investigate. How are you doing? You're getting there. You're getting there. And you've begun your journey over here. That's awesome. Good stuff. Okay, so I think we're gonna go and do some contract. I can't do any other contracts. Can I finish this one yet? Do I have 15 extra one of those thingamabobbers? I do. You know what? Let's finish that contract. I should be able to get this one done now. 300 and 300. Ah, I don't have titanium though. Why? Aluminum, but no titanium bars. Okay, so that's this one up here. So you're just flying through as well, getting used up mainly in the press up here. And the press is slowly backing up. Okay. Can we get more titanium in here? Probably could. Let's put a scanner here and then try to scan all these ores. I think this episode we're going to concentrate on hooking up a lot of pink regolith. These ones here and our titanium ones there, and aluminum ones. I think we're going to focus on like really mass harvesting all of these and try to get these lines all into our regolith lines here so that way we can start pumping these things out a little bit faster. I think that's what we should concentrate on doing today. Oh, there we go. Initial examination of the object allows us to determine that it is a space telescope. The rover's cameras clearly transmit that the telescope is partially submerged in a lunar regolith. It is outer and its outer shell is covered with a layer of lunar dust. Some panels and elements have been damaged on the impact, but it's safe to say that this is the James Webb that went missing a few years ago. Oh no, not the James Webb telescope. Uh, once a next generation telescope, now just a pile of scrap metal. We've gotten some useful information. That's about it. It's time for him to retire. No kidding, right? All right, so we get some science out of it. That's pretty insane that we James Webb telescope. And how did it go missing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyways. Um, so we got this here, a call for help. I guess we'll go investigate the call for help. You're almost to there, and so are you. So that's good. That's very good.
The WES-45H station is located in a deep crater, the walls and bottom of which are covered with a thick layer of ice. Due to the slight tilt of the moon's axis, some areas always remain shaded, allowing ice to accumulate despite temperature fluctuations. In the middle of the crater is a small administrative and residential module, where a work shift resides. The station dispatcher contacts the rover as soon as it is detected.
Director, do you copy? WES 45H station dispatcher speaking. Our mining and filtration equipment has broken down, and we lack the spare parts and free hands to complete the repairs. Help us fix the equipment to resume water supplies to the nearest outposts. People's lives and health depend on it.
Director, I've analyzed the equipment's technical condition on the station. Most ice extractors require major repairs and all filters need to be replaced. We have several ways to solve the problem. We can send spare parts and repair drones, but fixing the center will take considerable time. We can also look for a construction expert. They'll help speed up the process. And, of course, we can always leave the technicians to solve the problem without our involvement.
We'll do the first one because we don't have any specialists right now, so we'll do the first one.
Several residential outposts depend on the work of this station. You made a noble decision, Director.
Thank you. Good stuff. All right, so we'll put that on the list of things to do. Oh my god. Oh, nice. While the drones were opening the sealed door to the underground complex, the rover continued to record activity beneath the surface and the various sounds, knocks, creaks, possibly footsteps. As soon as the heavy door swung open, the rover entered the complex. It was surrounded by rats. The small gray clumps of matted fur attempted to attack the rover but quickly retreated, realizing that the metal casting was not of use to them. Okay. Among the scattered items everywhere, the rover's camera caught sight of open metal cage. A sign of a door indicated the house housed the pets of someone named Gary. Part of the sign includes the name of the initial quantity of rodents was bitten off. With the complex staff long gone and the remaining resources could be useful at your base, you could send a cargo rover to retrieve them. Alright.
Good thing the rover doesn't transmit odor. Just the view from its camera put a foul taste in my mouth. And who came up with the idea of bringing rats to a moon base?
I agree.
Oh, these pests, if I can call them that, feel comfortable even in the conditions of a destroyed housing complex. And they breathe like rabbits. The MT4 guys mistook their fussing for the sound of footsteps. There are no living humans here anymore. I have to admit, I'm a little glad there was no one here. I can't imagine what kind of person you'd have to be not to let your own colleagues into the shelter.
Alright, so at least it wasn't somebody else. Alright, so we finished that contract, so that rover should be on the way back home. Actually, both of them should be on the way back home, right? Yeah. You got a long trek to go. Alright, so you... extraction complex. I guess we'll go there. Then we'll start going, sending the other rovers to all these other places to pick crap up. I think that would be good for us to start collecting things. Alright, so that's good. We finally managed to build that thing. I believe so. Oh, pickup. Okay. I gotta bring drones, but then I can pick up this. Okay. We'll do that. We'll send you... You're unloading at the base right now? Guess we can take you. And send. Oh, it's funny. He didn't even have to unload the 2 drones that he was carrying. He just took them with him. That was great. And then we'll wait till the other guy gets home before we send him off into another mission. And then we'll just keep doing this to this guy here. Alright, so we'll start scanning stuff again. We'll try to get as much stuff as we can here. Alright, so apparently that's all this stuff can see in the meantime. I don't know if there's anything. I don't think it can reach back there, so. Alright, that's about all we can do for now. So what we'll do is we'll try to put a bunch of refineries on these things and start pulling material from them, especially the pink stuff. I think I'm going to start with that first, and then we'll make a conveyor belt that comes. Oh, look, there's 2 more over here. Oh, there's a bunch more up here. We definitely got to get up another scanner up over here somewhere. But yeah, let's start hooking up these guys here. Research complete. Oh, the spoiled supplies and broken equipment are unlikely to be useful to us, but the research data will help us better understand the biological capabilities of organisms on the moon. Cool, more science. Pause that for a second, just so I can put in all these belts. Alright, so now I have them all hooked up here like this. So, got them all powered too. Now we just gotta wait for them to get built. And then once that happens, well, we'll be sending all this regolith to here. And it'll probably be more than it can handle, but that's fine. At least we'll be getting all kinds of different types of regolith. And I think that's what's important right now. There's another one here too I can get. So our other rover up here is not doing anything, so we shall take it and we shall find another question mark, I guess. Way back here. Refinery and a supply outpost. Oh, we'll go here first. There you go, and our drone is back home to deliver us our first thing there. Great. And our other ones will pick them up and go put them away, which is even better. Now we can go send him out to go somewhere else and collect other things. That would be good. There we go. And we'll send him here to go get all that stuff. That'll be good for us. And then you... Doesn't matter, you're on your way back anyway, so... What do you got? There. We'll start with these ones there. Start bringing back resources first before we start doing the ones where I think we gotta help people and crap. I think that's what we're gonna do. Doesn't seem to be a time limit on those, so which is good. I got another cargo coming in, so we'll just drop it off there. That's good. Our other one is actually almost there to go get it. That's pretty cool. You've discovered an outpost with a bunch of crap in it. I'll go to the refinery now, I guess. This, I cannot wait till it gets done because it's holding us back so bad from getting everything else completed in here. Alright, I think we should buy a few more robots. Oh, there's only letting me buy one? Really? There's only one robot for sale? Still only one. That's unfortunate. Oh well, I'll buy it. Just we need it. There we go. Here's our new singular drone. Can't believe we only got one drone out of all that. There we go. Boom. Probably didn't even need that size of a drone either, or a carrier. It's hilarious. Alright, you can come drop off your stuff here and there, sir, and I'll send you off to another mission afterwards. So now I put all of the drones here onto doing this. Before I had some of them, 10 of them on the carriers. So I put them all on here, so hopefully they'll all just come over here and do this. More important. Okay, we got one guy here doing nothing now, so we'll send him over here to pick up this stuff. You're idle. Fill all and back to base. So it looks like our other rover found a refinery, and in that refinery, just a bunch of stuff. So that's pretty good. Required resources. Oh, okay. So it's something that we're gonna have to send over here in order to. Okay. Well, that's good that the research is complete. Now, after they're done catching up on all the stuff that I have for them. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, my friend. Deliver package. Deliver your junk here. Okay, so yeah, after we finally get all this done, we'll be able to catch up on all the other stuff, make more of these parts. Will be able to get fixed better because like a lot of these things are waiting for repair parts, and it's right now it's a nightmare because this thing here is taking up all my drone's attentions, and it's just like these rooms need to get made faster, but at the same time too, it's all the regolith on the ground too as well has to get picked up after they go and they make the room, so it's like triple the trips here for them. They have to go bring the material, then they have to build the room, and then they have to pick up the regolith on the ground. So it's just like a real pain in the ass to build right now. But I'll get it done. I'll get her done. So it looks like they've almost completed everything. I think they just got this one left here to do, which isn't too bad. And then now all of our conveyor belts are pretty much full, which I'm okay with. Very, very okay with. This I'm happy to see. I got more purple stuff being made, so that's good. That might give us a chance. And then eventually I'll start upgrading all of these, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So say if I did this, this, and this, at least to give them the first upgrades. Then they may be able to smelt a little bit faster, right? That's kind of like the goal. Hopefully. So we'll go upstairs and we'll check out this package delivered. It is going to be one of our drones bringing stuff home. So that's next. This one over here, I guess, right? There we go. Beautiful. All right, and we'll take you, fill that up, and off you go. I think we get an extra drone out of this one too, which is nice. Oh, that's good. Out of this one right here. Great. Unless he has to go pick up a drone and bring it there. I think he has to go pick up a drone and bring it there. Damn it. Want free drones? Okay, so I think everybody's caught up and they're just kind of like doing their own little thing and picking up regolith now. Yeah. All right, so let's pause this for now. Let's go back upstairs. I want to hook up the batteries now, right? So we got these larger batteries. So I think it'd be really good for us to hook some kind of a system up with these here, and that'd be nice. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll build 5 at a time, And then and these have multiple connections on them too, which is really, really nice. These only have 2. We can just hook these guys kind of like right up straight to the line like that. And then, yeah, I like that. And then eventually when we get rid of all this mumbo jumbo, this will give us back some CPU, and we'll add more other ones here to replace them. And then I'll just kind of go with that until I have to actually start adding CPU to put more of these bigger ones out there. So yeah, let's try that. And I'll just keep fiddling with this. And oh, got something here. During the inspection, the bodies of 2 deceased module workers were found. They did not survive the crash. The module itself is of great interest for research. Not only does it contain valuable equipment, but its structure and materials prove strong enough to withstand re-entry from orbit. Studying the wreckage from the drones will advance our research. All right, good stuff. And that was the idle drone way back here, eh? So bringing this stuff here. That's at the survivors camp. Interesting. Okay. Then we got to investigate down here. This one is a server hub. So we'll go check that out. Alright, so these first ones are done. So what I'll do is I'm just going to go and destroy a bunch of these and see how that goes. That freed me up a whole bunch. So now we'll go and we'll try to replace it with as many of these as we can. These large batteries. That pretty much will caps us out. And then we're going to have to start laying down some CPUs there. But I think this is a good investment for our future here. So now I had to rewire all of this so that way it all connects to your batteries first and then goes out here, because I don't think it works just on your power lines going directly out there. It doesn't store anywhere, right? So and then these ones I can just zigzag all the way through, and I can expand this way a little bit and then whatever, right? And then these guys I plan on expanding that way at one point or another. So yeah, it looks a little cleaner than what this mumbled jumbled mess was there, so we're gonna go with that. There you go, our next drone coming home with our beautiful package. Good stuff. Guess it's gonna be here, right? So bring a drone and get back a bunch of stuff. All right. So as the drones are slowly catching up on all their other stuff there, I give them more work to do. So I added some breathable things in here for the people. Got some recreational area, place for them to eat, food, oh well, a kitchen anyways, and then place to sleep. And then after that, we're gonna have to actually probably build them some kind of a factory thing down here where they'll go and they'll I'm assuming that we'll have to set up like food farms and stuff like that for them. And I'm not quite sure what else, but we're definitely gonna need some CPU stuff, so definitely gonna go throw a bunch of these down. So over time, those will get built, and then same with this stuff here. So slow upgrades, slow upgrades. That's kind of like the whole goal of all of this, right? All right, so the server hub, just we bring water ice here. Well, I guess we'll find out what happens. All right, that's cool. So another thing that we can do with our drone. Other guys over here, right? So let's bring our drone back to base. Move them here like that. Alright, got another package there. It's gonna start having a lot of crap here in front. They're not really picking any of it up, really. Well, mind you, I don't think some of these things, like, we don't have a place for those yet. Don't have a place for the other ones yet. And neither is food. That food is kind of good because I think we need to bring that somewhere, don't we? Okay, so that looks like we got all the ones for the green ones where we actually just have to go and pick something up. Now it looks like we just have the ones left where we have to bring resources there to interact with whatever's out there, right? Yeah, we don't have that yet. So we're gonna have to be a little bit picky and choosy on which ones we kind of go and help, right? You guys, we could. Let's set this one up. And fill all and send. It's gonna take you a while to get there too. It's one of the ones way on the other side of the moon, right? So, which I'm okay with. There. Now that it's daytime, we should be able to fill up all of these batteries. I had to go through almost a whole night cycle with no no power. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Some drone cargo speed like that. Okay. I think I got a problem with my lines here. I'm gonna delete all of these. There we go. Now everything should have power again. Oh my god, that was horrible. Um, yeah, now we should be okay. Hopefully. All right, got another delivery here. Probably gonna be our last one for a little while. All right, so I think the next one we'll do is this one down here. Send 3 drones that way. You aren't doing nothing. Fill all and send. And see what happens. Okay, here we go. The drones have scanned the area and provided detailed maps of the wreckage. Their sensors detected surviving parts of the control system and radiation from the module's center core. They also identified several potential hazardous areas, unstable structures that could collapse if precautions aren't taken. We can either continue to investigate using the drones or send personnel for a more delicate operation. I don't have personnel, so we'll just leave the drones to do their thing. Okay, so I've been adding, started to add a little bit more power because power reserves, anyways. Just because I think it would be good for us. So we'll do that. Oh, got a contract complete. There we go. I did some for science. I also put our drone outside that is just hanging around out here. He's just doing science. We can also do this too. And sometimes you can find things. So down this way, it looks like there could be something. So we'll head down that way with them actually, and just see if we can discover different things around the map like that. While attempting to extract the center core, the drones disturbed an unstable structure. The debris collapsed, damaging not only the core, but also other scientifically valuable components. One of the drones was completely destroyed, and valuable data about the moon. Okay, see, I figured something stupid like that was gonna happen, and it's just like, oh well, whatever. And we'll get the drone to scan one last time here. Still down this way. Alright, looks like we found, we found 2 points. One here and one there. Unidentified. Let's investigate this one first.
We came across an unconventional rover at the site. It lacks passenger seats and a cargo compartment, instead featuring radio equipment. Oddly, the rover remains immobile but fully functional. Upon inspection, we discovered that the rover is equipped with radio interception and direction finding systems. It systematically stores intercepted data in its memory blocks. Strangely, there are no discernible markings or symbols to identify its owner or affiliation.
Let's report it to Rust, because I think the last time I tried, if I'm not mistaken, if I tried to break into it, it left. So I'm going to try to report it to Crust. With the device, it's better for us. The Crust will appreciate a decision. There we go. Thank you for your cooperation as ensuring security on the moon. We'll immediately organize the operation to seize the rover. During the investigation, I recommend not disclosing what you've seen. We have sent a small reward, considering a token of our appreciation. All right. More like an attempt to buy our silence. Yeah, I agree. In the case, we learn nothing, which means there's nothing to share, but reward is never unwelcomed. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's investigate this area. There is a research facility at the crater, and the main entrance are numerous cargo containers marked with the logo of Greta SA and Asil Corporations. Drone buzzing around, and there are active conversations on the radio. Upon learning about the approaching rover, a radio call comes in.
Hola, Director. I represent Cragua SA, a company specializing in advanced agriculture. Don't be surprised by the activity on the airwaves. We and our partners are engaged in an active dispute over the rights to this facility. This research center was our joint project for the development of new types of extraterrestrial crops. After the disaster, some of the staff were evacuated, and our esteemed partners decided to take advantage of the situation and appropriate the facility for themselves.
All right.
Greetings, Director. I represent the interests of the ACIL enterprise. Do not listen to the accusations from our former partners. They were engaged in the development of a new type of plants, but we provided all the infrastructure and equipment. According to the contract, in case of an emergency, the rights to the facility and all developments should pass to us. But these farmers do not want to fulfill their obligations. On the contrary, they demand we transfer the facility and all developments to them. This is simply outrageous.
Director, in this situation, we can use the emergency powers Crust gave us to put pressure on the corporations. We can give the samples and with the equipment to one side of the conflict or the other, take it all back, or send a botanical specialist to reopen the facility to benefit our mission.
Well, you know what?
Such an act would displease both corporations, and then I'd have to deal with lawsuits. Again.
Good luck. So now, it's ours. We're gonna get all that crap. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so that's where I'm gonna call it for today's episode. We did pretty good. We pillaged the surface of the moon pretty well. We got 2 more places left that we can go and gather stuff from. I think that's what I left behind. I'm not quite sure about that one. Anyways, yeah, so I guess that's all we'll do for today. And then the next episode, we'll just continue hammering away at things on the moon and, this stuff down here, which is going to make us advance in the storyline and all that good stuff. But slow but surely, I also want to try to upgrade our base as we go along too, so that way we can pump out the materials and do what we need to do. So I'm not in a super rush to get through the storyline. I'm also just trying to optimize our line so we can make stuff at a good rate and not get stuck with our pants down later on, kind of thing. So, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.